I passed my eval
Yep.
lucid. Right after I got my first pay, I was literally like it was literally like 5 days after. I still work in the military base.
Shit, I actually did not know that. That's awesome. Holy shit. We had a Marine in the Discord. That's crazy. Thank you
Not
for your
anymore.
service. It's actually mind-boggling to me that you have to understand that I made my first dollar after over 3 years. And then I ended up being positive after like 3 years and 6 months on all the money I've lost and shit, like maybe a bit more, maybe close to 4 years. And then by that time I was full time. The fact that I can help you even a little bit make some money after 1 month, especially that you have a kid and
Less than 1 month, bro.
that's so cool to me.
To get the chance to do this one-on-one and get the experience like straight from you and ask the questions, right? It's like gold, you know.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, bro. Shit, first time I see you.
Yeah,
How's it been?
easy, moving, but it's all good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm trying to explain to you really quick what's gonna be happening. So basically, this is just like a video to kind of like not build trust, but ish. Like people don't know me, right? So it's just to like show that hey, like it kind of works, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
So thank you for participating. By the way, you didn't have to do it, obviously. And so I'm going to be asking you a few questions, and you just answer as best you can. And that's going to be it.
I got you.
All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Just like, a bit of your backstory, just to.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Brazil. I was born in Brazil. And then I moved to the US when I was like 15. And then I was there until I was 18. And then I joined the Marines. And I got stationed in Japan for like 3 years. And I met my wife in Japan. She's Japanese. So I went back to the States, got out of the Marines, and then decided to move to Japan. And that's where I am right now. I still work in a military base. But yeah.
Shit, I actually did not know that. That's awesome. Holy shit. We had a Marine in the Discord. That's crazy. Thank you
Not
for your
anymore.
service.
Well, yeah, and I have a daughter. My daughter's born like 4 months ago, pretty much, and I'm 25, about to turn 26.
Yeah, you're younger than me. I thought you were a bit older than me.
Nah, I'm young. My body's older than you, probably, but I'm young.
You what?
My body's probably older than you.
Oh yeah, maybe. You have to realize I also worked construction and firefighter, and I was a bouncer, all three at the same time in my younger days.
So
So
I
I'm
can see
also
it
pretty
now. I don't know
destroyed.
why. Your voice.
So how long had you been trading before we started?
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. And I was back. So
No,
can you
you're
repeat?
good. I was gonna say, how long had you been trading before we started?
So when I first joined the community, that was like beginning, no, middle of July, I think. So I actually started like, I already knew about trading for years, but I've never actually opened a chart until like middle of June. That was the first time. I don't know if you know, there's a guy, I think something geek. He's very famous. He has like more than 1 million followers. Uh,
Geek?
Trading geek or something.
Okay,
Uh,
sure.
so I saw a post from him, and I always thought trading was like gambling. It was fake, pretty much. And then I saw his video. He's pretty much doing like live his trading. So I thought, I mean, if he's doing live, why not check it out, right? If he's fake, why would he do live? So I checked it out. I thought, I mean, if I can practice without using real money, then I mean, I have nothing to lose. So, and then he has like a 33 playlist. It's like the basics of trading, like what is the chart and everything like that. So it took me like I think like 4 days, 5 days, something to watch everything. I watched everything, and then I started like I took one day to actually go to the chart and try like trading. There was no strategy or nothing. Like it's literally just put an entry.
That's always how it starts.
Yeah, with paper trading. But real quick, I realized that when you paper trade, there is no risk. So um, the the feeling is different. You don't feel the adrenaline of putting a trade, of the money going up and down. And I didn't know about prop firms or anything, so I decided to stop paper trading, and then that's when I found out about prop firms. But and then I didn't want to buy any course because everybody says there's so many courses out there, and most of them don't work, and I didn't know if it was sure. So I found this guy, and I didn't buy his course, but I saw some of his videos too. And what was it? And then, but I didn't have a strategy. I couldn't find a strategy that I liked it. I found many strategies, but I wanted one that I liked it. And then, so I think I put like $100 in a broker. I think it was Weeble, I think.
Weeble, yeah.
Yeah, I put like $100. I think I never actually traded, but then I kept scrolling through YouTube, see many different videos. And I think because I kept scrolling so much, watching so many. One of them was your video, and then yeah, I think it was the one. It was just one of the last ones you posted. It was like 20 minutes, and it was literally just a recap of the week that you did.
Oh yeah, okay.
And when I think I saw that you were talking about like it was specific time that you were trading, because I didn't want to spend the whole day in front of a computer looking at the chart.
No, that sucks.
And then when I saw like that you were like, oh, you trade from this time to this time, I was like, I mean, that sounds good to me. And you're actually the first one, the only one I ever spent money, because I actually bought the thing for the Discord, and I joined and I started watching I watched your lives, and I watched not all your videos, but like I think for the past year I've seen the same video, all your videos, the last like 30, 40 I've seen so many times. And I started like trying basically copy the strategy, which I'm probably wrong, I don't know, but because I've seen so many videos of different people, I kind of like started like building something on my own. And then I was talking to Timmy too, I think. I don't know if his name is real Timmy, but we actually talked privately, me and him. He was telling me about, and then I was kind of like doing yours at night, which is harder for me just because I will go to work at like 4 a.m. So if I stay awake until midnight, it's hard. So I was kind of like, at the time I was still off work because my baby was born, so I got off like 4 months. So I was able to trade practicing your strategy at night, and then I was doing the football one, the one he told me in the morning when I had time.
Okay.
And that's when I got the prop firms, but I didn't want to, how do you say, when you do like a higher risk, so you can pass like in 2 trades. I wanted to do it slowly to pass.
Okay. No, that's fine too. I always recommend to do it slowly, especially when you first start. You've been trading for what, like 1 month when you first joined?
Yeah.
So yeah, like.
Yeah, so I got the Lucid one, but I didn't want to spend more than $60 a month with prop firms or anything. So my plan was to get one and then get paid from that one and buy more. So I started doing your strategy at night before I started working. Then I passed my eval on Lucid, and then right after I got my first payout. I was literally like 5 days after.
So your first account was your first payout?
My first account, my first payout was.
Bro, that's actually rare. Even though you have like a pretty dialed in strategy and shit, that's actually rare. That's really good. That's all you, by the way, huh? Like you from the start, that means you're already locked in and you're already like had the right mindset and shit.
Yeah, I strategy too, bro. It's all on you, bro. You're the one that created.
Yeah.
I just copy. But yeah, and then okay. And yeah, so I got my first payout, and then I got three more accounts. That one, all 25K. I haven't done anything bigger than that. And then yeah, so I had some issues like after I started working right now. So I started working. So pretty much I can only trade London, and I don't want to trade London just because it doesn't work for me. Uh, and so I started like when I tried the strategies on London, both didn't work for me. And I was at some point, like 2 days after I started like getting scared of putting my entries or losing because I was copy trading like 6 accounts, and I was used like when I was doing my pure strategy and the other strategy, I had not lost one day after I got my payout in like a week. I was literally like $100, $200 from passing on 6 evals at once. So I had no losing days. So, and then I started losing one day after the other because
Okay.
I was basically like my strategy was not working. And then I was kind of like got like scared of putting my entries, and then I was like, I need to fix. And I was like not being patient too, waiting. So I thought I have two issues that I need to fix. So how can I fix one at a time? So what I did the first was like actually was Cam. He posted about stop copy trading, and then like I know y'all have more experience than me, so when y'all say something, like I listen because if people's experience, right?
Yeah.
So he told me, and then like I stopped copy trading, and then I thought like if I'm scared of losing, then I think I have 6 evals. I'm just gonna lose as much as I can until I'm not scared of. If I see my strategy, like why should I be scared of putting my entry? Right? Like if this is everything
Exactly.
that I need, yeah, right. So
Losses are inevitable in trading, right? So you just have to
yeah,
accept them, and like you have to not let them like affect you or bruise your ego or anything. If price goes to stop loss, it's all part of a grand scheme of data that you have. Like your win rate is never going to be 100%. So when you lose, you just chalk that up to that 30-40% of losses that you're going to have, maybe a bit more, maybe less, depending on the times. And then you have to tell yourself as well that usually at least one loss or two losses can be made back with what a win. So even if you lose once, twice, 3 times, sometimes you're going to catch a trade that goes for 4 or 5 R, so then you just, it's happened countless times where I've lost Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday or Friday, I make it all back and more, and end the week positive. So that's kind of what trading is about, really. It's just you have to accept your losses, but then when you're in profit, and you can obviously, right, because of consistency rules and payouts and stuff, like profits is different. But when you can, you just let this thing run as much as possible and try to catch as much as you can.
yeah, I think that's something that you and the other ones learn with experience, like a lot of time by doing so many times.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been trading for 8 years, right? So I was so young when I first started that like now I just like I mean you're there every day. I just get on, and it's actually for the past few days or a few weeks or months I've been a lot more careful. I think I've said it a few times because of like how it is. With my stop losses, like I put them a lot tighter and I go break even faster, especially when I'm in longs, just because of Trump, right? And I don't, and this is kind of a habit I have from my live account as well, because if something like that happened when I was trading my live account, instead of being like I'm not just gonna lose the account, like I it's all my money, right? So like if the price decides to dump through my stop loss, then I'm gonna lose 10 grand, So
Yeah,
it's kind of a habit I have to kind of protect myself. But yeah, other than that, bro, like you have to accept your losses, and it is what it is. It's frustrating when you get stopped out for something ridiculous like a news event, or not a news event because that's you're supposed to know, but like some random news that popped out and you get stopped out. So that's why I usually say, like, when you start feeling a little bit of that feeling inside of you, you just have to call it a day and come back the next day. You know, there's always tomorrow that you can trade, but no, you've learned incredibly fast. But at the same time, you're the only one in the whole Discord that's asked me to post the footage, because every time I trade live, I record. I posted it for like a year basically on my YouTube, but then I was like, you know what, like it's a lot of work for nothing. It's getting like 3 views, so I ended up not doing it anymore. But I told everybody in the Discord, I was like, if you guys want me to post a live from today, just tell me and I'll post it right on YouTube, and I'll send you the link. And he's the only one that's asked me to do that, so props to you for that. And I see the views still going up. I think the video has like 5 views now, 6 views. It's like an hour-long video of just nothing. It's just me trading live.
Those videos you sent me, literally, like, because I don't have videos, but I have a book that I've literally like dissected those videos, like, you know, like.
Well, but that is why that after a month you got your first payout. I hope you're aware. That's why I'm saying it's all you. You know. So what surprised you the most about my trading style, or like me compared to other mentors, let's say?
Well, when it comes to other mentors, I'm not sure, because I've literally never had any other ones, and I don't plan on it. Like, it's literally the only one, bro. Like, but the strategy is just like I told you. Like, as soon as I saw, like, it was like perfect. Like, also, like, when I was in a live watching, bro, like, sometimes I was seeing, like, I think it was like last week. Oh yeah, last week, I think. As soon as the market opened, it started going up, right? Like, literally just kept going up. And I saw, like, some of the people in the post, and like they were entering and stuff, and but you didn't enter, like you're waiting for like exact what you want, and you're like, nah, I'm done for the day, and then go. I don't know if I think you got another one later or didn't.
But yeah, I usually when I put alerts or something, and I just leave, and then if my alert rings, I'll come check it out, and then, like, you know, if it looks good, I'll take it. If not, because I'm not gonna sit here for 45 minutes like watching price when I know where I want it to go, you know. So especially when it gets late. So
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm trying to learn. Like, when I watch your stuff, is like the patience that like you have, like, to actually wait. Like, even if you see like like that thing's gonna go up, like you can clearly see that was gonna go up at least, like because I like, you knew because it came down and then went up again, or like you waited, and I was like, it's like really good self-control to wait for you.
It is like a fine line, because I mean, you've been there every day. I could say this and you're gonna agree with me most likely, but I can call the market pretty well. Like, usually I can go like, okay, I want to do this and this, but then if it does it too fast, I don't have the confirmation that I need. Like I don't have enough time to actually get the confirmation and enter, so I miss it, and I just sit there and I'm like, I fucking knew it was gonna do that, but then I'm not in, you know. Then I'm like, this motherfucker, and then it goes to TP, and I'm like, yep, fuck, all right, and then on to the next, you know. I'm not just gonna FOMO into it, but there's also it's like a mix. It's like you have to be patient, but you have to be confident where you don't hesitate. You know, so it's like a mix of the two, but you'll get it too, bro. Like, and you're honestly really close. It's actually mind-boggling to me that you have to understand that I made my first dollar after over 3 years, and then I ended up being positive after like 3 years and 6 months on all the money I've lost and shit. Like, maybe a bit more, maybe close to 4 years, and then by that time I was full time. So like, the fact that I can help you even a little bit make some money after 1 month, especially that you have a kid, and like
less than 1 month, bro.
Like, that's so cool to me. That's so cool.
Yeah. No, but like it's like a combination, but like the community in that group, even though there's not a lot of people, it's like I feel like that thing is like way more helpful than the big ones. I was big ones too, and like people actually like help each other in there, like that's actually useful.
No, these other mentors, I know what it is, bro. I've done my research when I was kind of trying to compare myself, because I have to kind of compare the competition, And bro, if you book a call with them, it's not even them in the call. They have employees, and whatever, they're there for the money. That's fine. But me, people reached out to me. I could never say, okay, I'll teach you my shit, and then in the call, it's not me. Like who the fuck is this in the call? Like I wouldn't mind having traders in the Discord that I pay or whatever, and that like if they're good and they can teach their own way, they could do their own thing. That's fine. But if I say I'm going to teach you my thing and it's not me, like I feel like that makes no sense, right? And I even had a guy that came, he booked a call for a mentorship, and I was just like, hey, and he was kind of surprised. He's like, oh, it's actually you, and I was like, well, yeah, I was like, obviously it's me. And then he was like, well, because he just booked another one and it was $20K to get the mentorship and it wasn't even him. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah. These groups are so many people, bro. Like me, I want to have a few amount of people at a time where I can actually focus and help. And like, I'm not here to make a quick buck and dip. Like, I feel like if I was here to do that, it would have shown by now.
Yeah.
Like,
also, I'm pretty sure like you wouldn't be able to, like for what I've seen you trading, like unless you charge someone like $100K for a video call, you still make more trading than helping people. So
yeah, see, that's what it is. And it came to a point where it was kind of getting. My girlfriend was like, "Why do you do this?" And I was like, "I don't even know. Like, I like it. I like helping people. Like, if like right now, like it feels good. Like I made a difference. Trading can be lonely and trading can be boring, and sometimes, and it is what it is. I just like it. And I think you can tell you've been in the group long enough now to know that I answer very fast. Like if somebody has a problem or something, I usually answer basically instantly. And because I care about you guys, and I if you guys decided to invest in me and trust in me, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna spit on that or anything. Like I appreciate it. And let's say whenever you DM me or whatever, I think you can agree that I'm pretty efficient at answering. Oh, you sent me a list of questions too. We're gonna get to that at the end. Yeah, I just remembered. I was gonna answer you yesterday in the text, and I was like, our call's tomorrow, so I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask as well, was there a specific moment or like something that made your trading click, just to help somebody watching this right now?
But I'm telling you, there was like a specific day. I was actually yesterday. I was thinking about that because I think when you texted me, but I don't remember exactly what it was. I know it was a live, and I think it was like that. Not the last video, because I think you posted another one, but the last video you posted of your trading. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 minutes. I was watching, and I think that was like I had joined the Discord, but I hadn't texted anything yet. And then I watched the video, and I was like, I think I understand. And then I started watching you live, and then it was like a moment. I think you put an entry, and I was like, now I get it. And that was literally like 2 days before that was like 3 days before I passed my eval, because I got my eval with Lucid, and then I was like $500 down my drawdown, and because it was just basic gambling I was doing, because I was really trying to understand the strategy. And then I saw the video, I saw you live, and I was like, now I get it. And then I made, it was like 2 days, I made everything back. It was like back to back, and then it was like back to back, and then the next 2 days after that, I passed the eval. It was like very quick. So
it was like I understand it now moment. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is.
Like now I get it.
But trading is that. Trading is gonna have a bunch of like trading. It feels like you're sprinting, and then you're gonna hit a wall, and then you're gonna break through that wall at some point. You're gonna sprint, hit another wall, and which is why I always try to answer quickly, because when you start hitting a wall, it's easy to get stuck on the wall, and then the more you're kind of stuck there, the harder it is to break that wall after, because you're going to create and build bad habits. So whenever people reach out to me, that's why I'm always trying to answer quickly. And I'm like, no, like, and I'm honest. I'm gonna tell you if you're doing something stupid. So I'm gonna be like, no, don't do this, do it this way, whatever. Because I know that if you can break through fast, you're you're just gonna zoom on by. But if you get stuck and you start doing some not so good stuff, it's hard after to kind of, you know, get that out of your head. Which is why I always say, whenever somebody wants to join the mentorship and they say, well, I'm new, is it a good idea? And I'm like, bro, if you're new, it's even better. You don't have any bad habits to kind of break, you know, you're just fresh. You could just learn the right way instantly, kind of like you did, right? Whereas somebody like, let's say, not Cam, but let's say somebody that traded alone or with somebody else that wasn't too good for like a year, and then they come see me, and then I have to tell them that everything they learned basically is wrong. They're like that's crazy to hear, right?
Yeah, it's like forget everything.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask you, did you enjoy, this is more for me, but did you enjoy the accountability channel?
That would be the one that we, yeah. But I'm telling you, that was like, I think that was like the second best thing, bro. Like, I thought you said like you're changing a little bit, but I didn't know if the accountability channel is still gonna be there, because like for me that's like one of the best things about the community. Like just because you see, like I post everything like in details, like how you went the week and everything, and I read everybody's too. Like sometimes I see something. It's not even just accountability. Like just for me, like when someone posts something, I see like, oh, I'm literally going through the same thing that he's going through. So
that's what it's there for.
You know, like that helps a lot, you know. So I think that condition is really good, bro. Like,
but
really
no,
good.
it's not going anywhere. Yo, don't worry. You're not going to be going anywhere either. Don't worry about that. I've got it figured out now. Yeah. So would you say you're consistent now?
Consistent, profitable. I mean, what would you mean by consistency? Like,
well, I can't label you as profitable yet because it's only been a month.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we can say that like, do you think you can make money long run?
Oh yes, absolutely. Like that's not that. It's not if I can. I will. I know I am, and I will. Like for me, I don't do maybes and ifs ever in anything. So I know I will. And so far, like even though I had like a setback last week, like I said, like I'm pretty good now. I'm already back, and so far I don't really have anything. I've been profitable. I'm not a negative. Like the $60 in the beginning I made from the buying that Lucid, I already got it back, and I'm positive. So, and I've been positive since then. So I don't know if that will be considered consistent, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but you already copy trading accounts. You got to pay out on those 5 accounts. Am I wrong?
No, because like I said, I had to change my. I got 2 payouts in different accounts, but because I said I had to change my strategy because I started working, so I blew 2 accounts on purpose. But I still have like 4 accounts, but I'm trading them separate now just so I can get back in my strategy.
That's what I do, by the way. Like, there's a lot of people online that trade their 5 accounts, but then when they blow it, they're kind of left with nothing. I used to do 5-5-5, which was 5 evals, 5 funded account with no buffer, and then 5 funded accounts payout ready, you know, with buffer and everything. But now especially because I've gotten my big FTMOs now, and I kind of shied away from trading my live account. Now what I do is I just trade an account, and then, you know, like, and then I kind of like rotate them instead. So like I'll take a trade on this account, let's say, and if it loses, I'll just switch account. You know, unless I risk less or something. But like I have a maximum risk per account, and then if I have, let's say, like right now I think I have 14 funded accounts across different things, and if let's say I take a trade and, you know, or if I blow an account, I'm not devastated. I have more. You know, and so that's just kind of what I do now, because I didn't like copy trading is good when you want to make a lot of money, but to be honest, my FTMO already makes me basically the same as if I was copy trading 5, maybe even more. And there's my live account swings and stuff. So I'm like basically what I'm telling you is trading with 1 account at a time is not a bad thing. You know, it's really not. So what would you say to somebody who's on the fence about joining?
Bruh, like I'm telling you, like uh, from me, I've seen so many different creators, and like from experience, like if you're on the fence, like try it out. Like also, like because it's a small one, you get to do this like one to one, and like you don't get to do this with many. And someone that's been doing this for 8 years, bro, it's experience. Like you don't, you can't miss stuff like this. Like there's like let's say like in a month or something, right? Uh, you become like a lot very famous, right? Like it happens and it becomes harder because so many people. So if you get the chance to do this one on one and get the experience like straight from you and ask the questions, right? It's like gold.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way. So so you say it's worth the investment, basically?
Absolutely. If you're able and afford to, if you can afford it, absolutely, it's so good.
So who do you think should join?
If you're new like me, I consider myself new. I started like a month ago. Like even the basics, right? Like you can learn. I mean, because you've been doing for so long, like if you've been like losing for a long time, you can't find a strategy. You can't find. You just lost. You don't know where to go, right? Uh, they can always do a phone call with you, learn like exactly what you're teaching, and if that's what they want to do, they can see like it works. We know it works. So, um, if you're new or if you've been doing for a long time but still not profitable, try it out, see for yourself. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. So what's your goal now? What's your next trading goal?
So right now, what I'm doing is like I have 3 accounts right now. I just got my FTMO because you say FTMO is better. So
well,
I got like
I like FTMO because it allows you to not trade the money as much. Where when you have a prop firm and your drawdown follows you up, it's stressful because even though you make money today, it doesn't matter. You can still, you know what I mean. Whereas FTMO, it rewards you in the sense where if you make, let's say, 1% of your account, that's 1% you have to lose the account.
Yeah.
That's why I like FTMO.
Yeah. I think it's worth it. I only got a 10K now. So yeah, like I say, so the other problem I was having was like patient waiting. So I decided to like swing trading while I do the year strategy because that helps me being patient and wait for the setups.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually about to pass my FTMO too right now. My 10K one. I'll post it if I do after I do, but yeah, so I'm kind of like doing my swing on my 10K just to practice that patience, and I'm doing your strategy on my other Tradify ones, which I'm close to passing both too. But I'm doing very slowly. The other one like very slowly. So, but yeah, my goal is just like I don't care about payouts right now. Like right now, I'm just trying to be consistent. Even if it is $50. I mean, that's trying to pick your brain as much as I can before you become famous. It becomes harder to do the one-on-one.
I appreciate that. I always do one-on-ones on my day ones. The what's it called? I kind of like what you said. You said you're not focusing on payouts, which is good. The thing that a lot of people are like the reality of a lot of people, and was also kind of my reality when I first started trading. Not with profits, obviously. Me with live accounts, but it's you don't have like tens of thousands of dollars to invest in this shit. You don't have like you don't want to just buy accounts and blow them. So you want to actually, even if it takes a little bit longer, you want to buy an account and actually pass it and get a return on your investment. And then from there, you can start buying more accounts, So I do like that you're saying that you're not focused on the payouts and that you're just focused. You're kind of just focused on the process, and the payouts will come like they already have, right? So I really like that, actually, what you said.
Yeah, that's like a thing that like I wish, because I've seen like I get a lot of TikToks about new people that are starting, and I see a lot of people that like they quit their jobs like right in the beginning, and they literally just like focus on that. I think that creates a lot of like stress.
Yeah.
And that can affect, and like I think you should focus just on being, consistent. Learn, this is, I think trading is like any other job, just like Maya had in the Marines, right? Like you have to be very good at something first, right?
No,
So
definitely.
I think being good at trading and being good at making money, for me, is two different things. I'm trying to be good at trading first. Making money is a consequence of being good at trading for me. So
That's really good. I like that a lot. So my fiance's mom, I guess she followed me on Instagram and now she wants to learn. Okay, she DM me. She's like, she goes like, I'm very low key about my stuff, like you can kind of tell with the car and stuff, but like, I'm very like, I'm not gonna walk around fucking, like acting like I'm all that. I'm still regular. So
yeah,
like she knew I was making money, but she didn't know how much I was actually making. So now I guess that she kind of found out. And so she hit me up. She's like, I want to learn. And she's like, how much for me to learn? I was like, well, first of all, I'm not going to charge my mother-in-law, so whatever. So she came over to the house, a few weeks ago, and we sat down for a few hours. I was kind of just explaining to her the basics, like how to open trading view. Like she's very new. And then she's like, oh, okay. She's like, I can't wait to quit. I was like, don't. I was like, don't start thinking like that. I was like, first of all, why not? You're a mom of 4 children. You're close to retirement, semi-close. Why not, like keep, even if you make a lot of money with trading, why not keep working for that safety for a few months? Because once trading is not safe. Like you can lose. I've had losing months. It hasn't happened in a while, to be honest. Thank you to everything, but it is possible to have a losing month or a losing week. And when you have 4 kids, well, actually she has 3 now because I took one with me, but
yeah.
she has 3 at home now. And how do you expect to not stress about providing food for them and have shelter for them and stuff if you don't have a stable income and you've just lost money on the week? You've gone to work to lose money. And then she's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm not trying to scare you. Just don't start thinking like that. That's not good.
Yeah.
You think of the skill, and then at some point you're going to realize, oh shit, like I've made $10,000, let's say, in this month. Like I'm good to pay my bills for 3-4 months in advance. I can quit soon, once you have that cushion. But yeah, it's just it's just not to add extra unnecessary stress.
Yeah, I think that's another thing too. Like I think I saw a video that you made. I think it's old. I think it's like a year old or something. It was the beginning. It was like one of the second, third video I watched too. It was about, and that's it. Like sometimes, like even the video is not about psychology. Like you can take some stuff from there, and it's like for example, I get paid like $70, like $80 a day working my job because in Japan I get paid shit. So and then you go trade and then you lose like $200-$300 in like 15 minutes. So, and that can like affect, because or like you can win like $300 in 15 minutes, but then you have to go to work and win like $80 for a whole work day.
Yeah, trading will destroy your perception of money for sure. Like it's so crazy the power of it, both good and bad. Where like a lot of people, they're gonna start thinking they can just start gambling with like thousands of dollars, but then they're gonna get stuck in their shitty situation and go work for their whole day job for like $100. But they just gambled 1,000 on trading. Why? Why would you do that? If you make $100 in 8 hours, why don't you sit down and you say, okay, my goal is to make $100, but in an hour. You've just saved your time 7x. You just saved 7 hours of your day every day. Like, bro, you get one life. Like, don't you want to have 35 extra hours per week to do whatever you want to do for the same money? And you have no commute, like it's no brainer to me. But I think that's because I've been doing it a long time. I think there's a lot of people that they get into this with the aspect of get rich quick, and it kind of fogs their fogs their vision, and it makes them like lose sight of what's actually like what they're actually trying to do. They're not trying to get rich first. Sure, maybe you'll get that at some point, but first of all, I always say richness is not in money. I wouldn't mind having no money for the same life that I live now, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't mind having no money if I could just work for an hour and then, spend time with my family, my friends, my beautiful fiance, and just like go for a drive and do whatever we want, to go in the pool, do anything. Like even if you make no money, that's a good life, whereas going to work 8 hours on an oil rig for 200K a year, you could do that too, but that's not that good of a life, right? Because you don't have that freedom, that time. Time is the most important resource on the planet, in my opinion. And so when I see people gambling their whole weekly income in one trading day, I'm like, dude, just start by replacing your income. Then gamble your winnings, or like a part of it. You can. Oh my God, you can make, like, let's say $1,000 in 2 weeks with trading, and then you take 100 of that if you want to just go do some dumb shit. But having an allocated budget at least. So yeah,
that's right. Like, I think it's different. Like, I think people, depending like how much. That's another thing too. I think for me, in the beginning, I was only doing $100. I did very slowly, just like because I get paid so low. I think $100 for me a day was enough. But maybe people, they get paid more than that. Maybe they think they gotta go higher. But I just don't understand too. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, like, what would you do? Like, why would you put $1,000 and gamble? Like, I don't understand gambling.
No, me neither. I never have. I mean, to be fair, when I was younger, I would go to the casino, and once I'm there, I would have trouble stopping, and I knew that. So when I started trading, I just decided that I would never go to a casino again, and I haven't gone in 7 years ish, because I don't want to have that mindset in my head of, I don't want to like kind of like relate the two. I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, because I also, like, that can speak, if you win or lose, is bad for you anyway. Because like, if you win, you're gonna win every time, and if you lose, you lost. So and then
you can't win. You can't win, because if you win, you get taxed here, at least. So if you win, let's say $100, already you have to give 50 away. So you've gambled 100. It's like a low RR trade. You've gambled 100 to make 50.
Yeah,
it's not even 1R. Makes no sense.
If you win, the government wants his piece. If you lose, they don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
I still don't think I pay 50%, but that's like too much for me.
Well, that's ridiculous. I know. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, congratulations on getting engaged.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And thank you for the call, by the way. It's basically done now. I'm just gonna answer your questions and shit and chat a bit.
It's all good, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I was thinking already since I did.
I really appreciate it. Here, hold on. Let me do this really quick.